Hello and good morning. For today's lab activity, we will try to create an application to display the latest Bitcoin price with JSON. As if with our previous briefing, JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. So let's look into the requirements. So the requirements for building this application is that you need to have a JSON API or JSON endpoint, usually from a remote web server, which through the URL that I've already provided. And then you need Volley, that is a library for retrieving remote JSON file, and GSON, that is a library for converting the JSON file into a plain old Java object or POJO. So how does it work? So it works by having your application sending a request for the JSON file to a remote server through the internet. And then the server would receive the request. And if the request is valid, the server would send a response together with the content of the JSON file. So this is the content of the JSON file. And then this content of the JSON file will be transformed into a user interface on the application layer. So this is a sample of a Bitcoin JSON response where we can view it using Postman application. So you can see there the content of the JSON response. It has a pair. So this is a Bitcoin pair with Malaysian Ringgit. XBT is a symbol for Bitcoin. MYR is a symbol for Malaysian Ringgit. Then the timestamp to denote the currency of the data. So the timestamp is in Unix epoch. And then the bid price. And then the asking price. And then the last trade. And then also the 20-hour volume, okay, trading. And then the status of the quote. So the status would be active. So these are the sample application that we will build in today's lab activity. Okay, to create the application, so you have to create a new project. So select empty activity. So select type in the activity name. So I name it Bitcoin price. And then ensure that you select the language Java and the minimum SDK about 23 should be fine. Okay, next we look into Volley library. Volley library is the official library that is endorsed by the Android developers website, which is the library that should be able to perform HTTP requests to retrieve JSON file and to access web API. So it has many helper function or methods. So what you need to do is to use this implementation. Okay, add this implementation to the Android Gradle file. Okay, build Gradle file. And then you should also request internet access to your Android application. So let's do it. We add the Gradle script. Okay, ensure that you add this implementation. Okay, Volley library. And then we should perform a HTTP request in Android manifest. So just go to the manifest. So to add the internet permission, you only have to type this, right? Use permission Android name, Android permission.internet. And then don't forget to press sync now. And then go to this JSON library. So from the GitHub. So add this implementation com.google code JSON 287. Go back to the build Gradle. Okay, add another line under Volley. And then press sync now. Right, then your project has been synced. Okay, next go to this URL. Okay, this is the URL. If you cannot see the URL, I'll type it in a larger form. So this is for retrieving the latest Bitcoin value. So I've already created the API for you to experiment with. So if you want to view other cryptocurrency value, you can just change the symbol to XRP or LTC. Okay, LTC for Litecoin, XRP for Ripple, and then ETH for Ethereum cryptocurrency. So you can copy paste this and then you can get Ethereum current price. So, but we are trying to do Bitcoin because it is much more popular and ubiquitous. Next, go to this website, JSON schema. So this is the name of the website is JSON schema. So this is optional, completely optional, but it can make your life easier if you go to this website, JSON schema. And then copy paste the content of the JSON file over here to the JSON schema. So the JSON schema website will convert the JSON content into POJO or plain old Java object. So and then you have to pay attention to the package name. So look at your own application and see your package name. So here is your package name, right? nethafiz.bitcoin.price. This is my package name. So if you want to know about your own package name, just look at your own Android Studio. Okay, next, go to the JSON schema and then paste the package name. And then the class name, you can type here Bitcoin price. Okay, source type, you put in JSON. Annotation style, you put a GSON. So, and then mark here whether you want to use double numbers, long integers, or others. Okay, please untick getter and setter. Okay, untick this because we want to keep it simple. We do not want getter and setter. And then what you need to do is just to preview, right? To preview the resulting file. And then all you need to do is just to copy the resulting file. And then go over here and create a new Java class from this package. Okay, right click, new, put Java class. Okay, the class name is Bitcoin price. Okay, you have to remember the name of the class that you have set. Right, and then you select here and then paste. Right, then you delete the generated. Okay, delete all the generated. Okay, just like this. To ensure that your application can be run without error. So this can be run without error. So what left next is to modify the layout. Okay, you can use this. So hello world, you put here the label Bitcoin. Okay, change the size of the text. Okay, and then you can have here other text. Okay, asking price. Okay, for example. Okay, ensure that you anchor it carefully. Okay, you can put here asking price in MYR. And then the price itself. Okay. Here ask. Okay, put here ask. Okay, anchor it carefully or you constrain it carefully. Okay. So it would stand out. Okay, the price will stand out. Okay, next you may have bidding price. Bidding. And then another okay, 20. Set here to 20. Okay, ensure that everything smooth, bit, and then a place where you have to put the date. Okay, date. Okay, TV date. Okay, and then change the ID so that it would be easier for you to refer. TV ask, TV date, and then TV right. Okay, this should be enough. So you can replay back. Okay, something's wrong over here, truly wrong. So because it's not anchored, we should anchor them. Okay, now it's already done. Okay, Bitcoin asking price, bidding price, and then we have a date on the top. So what left here, you need to declare the required variable. So we have text view, TV ask, TV bid, and then TV date. Okay, don't forget to initialize them. Okay, this should be enough. Okay, next what you need to do is to create an endpoint. So, or the URL. Okay, you can declare the URL, private, final, URL of the website. So the URL of the website or the JSON endpoint. So you have to remember. Okay, like this. Alright. Declare it as string. And then you declare request queue. Okay, request queue is from Volley library. Okay. Okay, then what you need to do is to write down request queue equals volley equals to volley dot new request queue get application context. Okay, just like this. So next, what you need to do is to call the URL over here. So to send the request, you can put here send request. So you need to create the method on your own. So just under the class, you can type in public send public void send request. Just like this. So what inside here is you need to call a request. So you can type in a string request equals to new string request. Okay, request dot method. Okay, you can use get. Okay, if you remember HTTP, you have get and post. Hit option put delete, so you can use get. Okay, because we are only want to get the readable data. The URL, then on post loaded, on success, and then you create another method for error on success, and then on error. So what you need to do is to create another overloaded method for on success and on error. You can put your public response dot listener. Okay, listener string. Okay, on success. Okay, equals new respond dot listener. So this should be string. So you open up like this. Okay, put a semicolon. Okay, over here. Then because it's red, you have to alternate enter. Press alternate enter over here. Okay, implement the method. Okay, this is on respond. So this is what happened when you already gotten the data. So when you want to already get gotten the data, Okay, what you need to do is to use the Bitcoin price, right? You declare Bitcoin price. The price equals to JSON dot from JSON dot response, and then comma. Okay, the name of this class. Okay, the name of this class is Bitcoin price dot class. Right, why it is red? Okay, this is red because we haven't created the JSON builder yet. So to create the JSON builder, go back at the top, type in JSON builder. Okay, sorry, JSON builder. Sorry, JSON first. Okay, then it will become no longer red. So what you need to do over here is use a JSON builder. Okay, builder equals to new JSON builder. Okay, you construct the JSON builder. And then next, JSON equal JSON builder. Okay, sorry, builder dot create. Hopefully you get this right here. Okay, once you get this done, what you need to do is try to output the data to the TVAS, TVBit, and TVDate. The TVAS, okay, what you need to do is to put a TVAS, okay, put here TVAS, and then set text. So set text, type in price dot ask, okay, asking price. TVBit, okay, set text, okay, put a price dot bit. Okay, this is the bid price. Okay, this is the ask price, and then this is the bidding price. Okay, TV date, that's set text, right? And then you put here price dot pair status timestamp. Okay, it is red because this is a long, so you can convert this into a string. Okay, just like this. Right, and then you can okay, you can already no longer red, so the date will be printed, or at least the timestamp will be printed. The next we need to do on error, so we need to create a method for whatever happened when you request the data but there is an error. So this is error handling. So next you would do respond.listener, oh sorry, respond.error listener on error, new response.error listener. Then you open up like this, and then you press alternate enter to implement the method. So what you are going to do when there is an error, so you just have to type in create in a toast to display the error. You get application context, comma, so the error is supposedly the error, and then the toast dot long. Okay, let's say that you want to display the error for a longer time. Right, then the application is finished. What you need to do is just to play. Alright, this is an incompatible type. Okay, something is wrong over here. Okay, let's debug. Oh, it's okay, I forgot to type in string request. Okay, like this. And then I also forgot something about the string request. Here I haven't sent in the queue. So how to push the request? So push the request, you need to put your request queue dot add request. Right, I forgot to put in this line. Okay, when you replay back, okay, it should load the Bitcoin price. So this is the asking price, and then the bidding price. Okay, however, the date is still in timestamp format. You need to convert it to readable date. So how to convert it to readable date? You need to use a date. Date, new date. So new date, you have to import this. Okay, date Java util, SQL, you take here Java util, type your price dot timestamp, right? Okay, and then you can use simple date format, STF, new, simple date format. Okay, you can set in the date that you like. All right. Okay. So comma local, get default. Okay, just like this. All right. So here's something that I need to use. Okay, the pattern Y requires API 24. Current is 23. So I need to change the pattern. So what is the pattern for simple date format? We have to Google. Okay, have to Google over here. Say pattern is small y. Okay, small y. I've forgotten. Okay, small y. Y. Right. Okay, and then STF dot format date. Right, format date and then comma. Okay. Sorry, format date in small. Okay, then string display date. Okay, display date. So then you type in display date over here and then press play. Alright, then you get the date. So that's all for our lab session today. So what we have done is to display Bitcoin price from the server. So it is updated accordingly. So the price will go up and down. It's not always moving. So what you did just now is you retrieve the data from the internet, okay, throughout the use of JSON, and then display it on your mobile devices. So it is all controlled by the JSON, right? You have the JSON file, and then you transform the JSON file into Java, okay, a Java object or Java class. So this is the Java class, right? So I'm going to show you something that you need to know that would help you if you want to convert your own project into mobile application. So let's see here. So you see this, you have a pair. So the application converted the pair into variable inside the Bitcoin price, right? Of course. Then you have timestamp here, timestamp, and then you have bit, us, and then you have us, last trade, you have last trade, and then volume, of course. Here, rolling 24-hour volume, and then status. Here, status active. So these in turn would be called using Volley library, okay, using this URL, okay, xbtmyr, and then it is transformed using GSON. Okay, it transformed using GSON to this Bitcoin price variable. And then you have price.us, okay, price.us. You retrieve the price.us and then price.bit, okay, price.us, okay, price.bit over here. The bidding price, asking price, okay, to be displayed at text view us and then text view bit. And then you can also display the timestamp. Okay, timestamp, convert it into this pattern, right? Into a YYMMDD pattern using simple date format. And then you display it. So the result would become this application. So this application is live and it is always connected to the internet. And then it can always display the latest Bitcoin price to your user. So that's all for today's lab session. For the next lab session, I'm going to show you how to create a custom JSON file or JSON call using MySQL. It seems that you can create your own JSON API using PHP and MySQL as easily as you program a PHP website, and then you can request that JSON file from your mobile device and display your data on the mobile application. So be seeing you in the next lab segment.